Hi again, everybody. Back at it. Hope everyone had a happy 4th of July. I spent the holiday in New Orleans visiting family, went out and did some fishing. But this is actually from a couple weeks ago, so what we're doing here is the rear baggage bulkheads have to be lined up in the tail cone to match the, I don't know what they're called exactly, but they're basically little tabs that the baggage bulkheads line up to, and then when the tail cone gets joined to the fuselage, it will get riveted together. So lining that up, and then you had some hardware I had to install, mainly being the fuel pump brackets, which you'll see in a little bit, but and then some miscellaneous things, nothing too big. Here we are starting on the fuel pump brackets, getting all that assembled, all the parts laid out. I swear you spend most of the time just looking for parts. Organization is going to be key to the build. So yeah, if you haven't started building yet, get organized, because it helps in the long run, especially when you're looking for small parts. Little organizers and stuff to lay out what rivets and nut plates and all that stuff. So just makes it so much easier. I keep everything in the bag that it comes from Vans with the labels on it. So here we are, match drilling the fuel pump bracket to the tail cone, the baggage bulkhead. There we go. These are some stiffeners that will go on the outside of the baggage bulkhead, which some nut plates will attach to. Getting all those dimpled where they need to be dimpled and ready for assembly. And here we are, going ahead and mocking everything up and getting everything ready for final assembly on this part. I know one thing, it is getting super hot. I am only able to spend maybe a couple, at most 3 hours in the garage working on the plane, and then I am just absolutely drenched. So it's slowed down a little bit. I am taking a little more time building just because of the heat. I went to Harbor Freight to look at a fan. They had a sale on fans, some big industrial fans. So looking to get one of those. They were sold out when I went, so maybe next week. Which, by the way, I'll be out on vacation. Wife and I will be going to Destin, Florida for a week, so you won't see a video for maybe another 2-3 weeks. Just FYI. And here we are starting on the fuel tank. So as I told you in the last video, got the fuel tank going, and I have it all clecoed up, as you'll see later on. But you have to countersink for some rivets. I like these, I wouldn't say cheap, but they're these cheaper, I guess, rivets that hold the nut plates on, that you saw me installing there. And then solid rivets for the fuel tank center unit, which that's what I'm working on right now. And then getting all the bluing pulled off of the internal components of the fuel tank, and just deburring, and then getting everything dimpled and ready for its first assembly. Looking forward to getting the fuel tank done. I can tell you, it's you can see I'm already soaking wet there. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but you can definitely see. I was only outside for maybe not even an hour at this point, and I was just drenched from front to back. So called it an early day this morning, and try to do a little bit more work tomorrow morning before it gets too hot. Here we are, just mocking up the fuel tank, getting everything clecoed in place. We had to match drill a couple of holes here, and that's where this video will end. I will in the next video you'll see me pull it all apart, and I have to do some deburring and continuing on with the fuel tank process. And just some pictures for you to look at. Have a good one. See you soon.